Hello and Grüß Gott. This is my trip to the Laughlin River Run. Right here, I was in Wickenburg. That's about 2 hours outside of Phoenix. Here is when we actually landed in Laughlin at the hotel, which was the Harrah's. And this is all the bikes that were collected around already. It was like the first day. There was bikes everywhere, and actually it got even more full than that. There's a view out my window of the Harrah's out onto the Colorado River. Here's some pictures inside the garage where the bikes first started collecting. There's my beautiful bike with the cover on it. And then here's a picture at night of the whole strip. Here we are looking down at the strip, looking down towards the river. And you can see a few bikes and stuff coming in and out. Not too much going on. This is the Rockstar Display. And then there's a bunch of weird looking bikes that I thought were pretty cool looking. But yeah, if you got a few, $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 to drop, you can buy one of these bikes. And I thought they were quite gorgeous works of art, but I don't know if you'd ever drive one or not. So I was checking all those out for a while, for a few hours. And there's even some that are turbocharged like this one and this sibling of it right here. And those, pretty cool. I took a little stroll over to the Indian display, and my personal favorite is actually the Indian motorcycles. I'd love to own one, but they're around, I think around $37K to get an Indian Chief, which I would love to have. This is their new engine, 111 cubic inch. And this is an old Indian from like the 1900s, early 1900s. Pretty gorgeous bike. Love to have one of those. And then there's my favorite one. There's the Indian, what I think is the Chief. That's my favorite. So there's a price tag on these things. They're not cheap. I strolled over to the Victory display, and Victory had a whole lot of them. And then I made my way over to the Yamaha display where I looked at the Bolt. That's a new V-twin. I think it's 950cc. I couldn't get much information out of them. I asked them alternator output and lots of other things, and they didn't seem to know. But they said, hey, why don't you get on one and take a ride? So I drove one around for almost an hour with a guy named Jim from Yamaha. He was very nice. Wonderful bike, but I think they got it marketed wrong. It's a chick bike. Should come in like pink and lavender and chartreuse, and they should market it for the women. This here is one of their new touring models, FJR 1300. Beautiful bike, and the price is only like $16K. I think that's going to be a real hit. And then here's another one that I love, is the Super Tenere. Jim from Yamaha took me out on a ride for this for about 35 minutes or so. Fabulous machine. I just was so impressed with it. And the thing I like the most is the windshield is quite tall, and you get no buffeting or anything on your hair. It's just great. And then it has some hand guards on it, and everything is equipped for like $15K. Fantastic bike. Moto Guzzi had a display there. Here's their bikes. They only import a few of them every year. And so I'd like to have one, but don't. These two bikes are a couple of guys I met from Boston, and there's me in the picture right there. This is actually on the River Run. And I met a guy named Art and Brian from Boston, and we rode around. And then we were at some station, and there was some girl there telling a story about how she was speeding, and the cop didn't give her a ticket. Well, I can't imagine why. Anyway, she was pretty good looking, and everybody's checking it out. And this is the end of the thing. I don't know what this is. I don't know if it's a guy or girl, but that's the end. Thanks for watching.